Well, hello everybody. How are y'all doing on this here Friday? Man, Friday the 13th. Very lucky number. But still, only two more after this and the year is like gone, baby. It's out of here. So I don't know what's up with that because maybe it's just me, but seems like it has been flying by. I mean, I'm not even enough. It's like, wait a minute. Where did the other so-called, 49 go? Well, hope you've had fun. So, speaking favor to all of us this fine, marvelous day, remember, stop and be in awe of one thing. The fact that you're here, that's awesome in itself, right? So you just speak favor over us all. Nothing missing, nothing broken. How is everybody in the chat room? Man, it's going up. Let me just get here to say hello, Joyce Marie. Good to see you. Michael, hello. How are you? As I can only go back so far. I see myself. I see Blazing River there and Sean. And hey, Chloe, how are you? Trust that you're prospering. Tell it to me. What's up, Gilbert? Feeling a little off, huh? Well, brother, maybe this will help get you back in. All right. Speak in favor of everybody. Appreciate you. Kent, good to see you. Hey, Gogo, all the way from Croatia. Good to see you, brother. Joyce Marie and Deborah Sloan. Good to see you. Always, always, always. Let's see. Grace. Love that. Grace. Love that. It's a beautiful name. Beautiful soul in it. No, it's got it. Anyway, thanks, Grace. Let's see if anyone gets a chance to watch Serenity, Matthew McConaughey. Well, check that out, brother. Lost in Space, how are you, my friend? Good to see you as well. Goddess Sabina, hello, good to see you. Rick, how are you doing, brother? Speaking healing over you. Stephen, good to see you as well. Hello, Loretta. Sweet Loretta. Yep, there we go. Gaia, how are you? Good to see you and Paul as well. Lauren, always a pleasure, darling. Why? So what else? Jet, Eric, how you doing as I go down? Well, the gang is all here. That's all I got to say. And I'm honored for it. It's truly an honor. Don't take it for granted. So anyway, a lot of weird stuff. There's just a lot of people that are so wrapped up into hate. I often wonder when I see examples of this repeat itself. By the way, cheers, everyone. How are those realities? And I look back and I can say, yeah, I think I kind of can dig that. And boy, isn't that something to be grateful for that you're not imprisoned, not that we all are anyway, but into these very small boxes. I often wonder people that do some of these things that you read about and hear about, it's like, well, how do they see themselves, their soul, their spirit, and how their actions will be received in the when they get back to life? Because you think about it, we're in this death realm, and you can see how people react to death. It's demonstrated and the hatred for a person because of a political belief, a religious belief, or any belief at all is, you know, how does that stack up? I don't know. I mean, how do they see reality? I mean, so this is what they accomplished in this realm. I don't know. Maybe it's some philosophies say it doesn't really matter, you know. Yeah. Do you know that Frank Sinatra yesterday was 109 years old? If he'd still be alive. In a sense, he still is. Yeah, you know, still there. But and then how we as humans we judge, perceive, and build everything upon the perception of time, of how many times we make a rotation around this star. Yeah. Anyway, uh, how's everyone hanging out in the chat room? Not really seeing the conversation. I thought today was, one of those things that we talked about yesterday. And if there's one thing that I truly hope for all of you, I've seen a couple of you are really got Greg out there. Buddy, we need to talk anyway. So let me know when. Um, and I know many others, several others I can't really speak about, but I know that are truly entrepreneurs that virtually everyone here, I believe, is goal orientated. Seems to be. When I look at how y'all write and express yourself, it's Friday the 23rd today. What? No, it's Friday the 13th. But it seems like everyone has a goal, maybe multiple goals, and that we're all working towards seeing those goals, which can be dreams, ideas, come to fruition, you know, produce. And I know that there are others who struggle. We've all been there. I mean, I've been homeless, know exactly what it feels like. Didn't stay that way long, but you know, yeah. I have had where taken huge financial losses, lost a lot of possessions that I held, as special. It's odd how we as spirit beings hold physical, inanimate objects in high esteem. But I know what that feeling is like. And, you know, as I said before, I'm really grateful for those experiences. Learned a lot about myself. And because, in a sense, we're all awakening to ourselves. And so we're going to get into the third eye today. But one of the obstacles, and I can tell you this from personal experience, that you're going to have to learn to conquer and overcome and master. And so, as a little introduction to our story in our eyes, I love it. I put this little thing together. It's doubt. Doubt is the destroyer of the dreamer. Doubt is the destroyer of hope. I know a lot about doubt. Vast majority of my Christianhood was because of the, you know, branch that I was in, the denomination, the schism, however you want to put it. Um, it was really all about faith and the enemies of faith and how you have to learn what faith is and then learning how faith operates that has principles, it has layers to it. And you find what I was taught, and I by life experience, I would have to say, is doubt, self-doubt, is the biggest destroyer of faith. It is the dream destroyer. And you have to understand what is doubt. Um, has a whole lot of synonyms to it, skeptical, questioning, insecurity, fear. Probably fear is the biggest one. More people self-sabotage themselves for success than anything else. So many people are afraid of success. And because what life teaches you is that, well, you know, to be successful is kind of a rarity. No, no, no. Should be a way of life. But unfortunately, many plant landmines upon their own dreams. And they do that by doubt, by fear. Many people find the thought of operating without some sort of safety net, they can't do it. It's just not their way. But each of us have that ability to achieve whatever we want. You just have to know what you really want, think it through. And so doubt is the faith killer. It's an intrinsic verb, and it says, I like this, to waver in opinion or judgment, to be in uncertainty as to belief respecting anything. That's nihilism. To hesitate in belief, to be undecided as to the truth of the negative or the affirmative proposition, to be undermined. This is a word you don't hear, undermined. To suspect, to fear, to be apprehensive. This is all negative energy, man. And I mean, there's a whole class of beings that I was taught, they feed off of this doubt and fear. The transitive verb, to question or hold questionable, to withhold assent to hesitate to believe, or to be inclined not to believe, to withhold confidence from, to distrust. All is like, man, yeah, sure, I want to get a double helping of that. But we do. And it's so reinforced through all of our lives. You think about the bullshit and corporate structure. Holy crap. You know, and you in environments like that, particularly where you have to unfortunately work, you know, that tells you we're under a curse right there. I mean, you know, you have to sweat, right? Um, but you deal with so much negativism because it's the natural condition for most people is to be negative. And they will feed upon a person who is positive and who has this, I've seen it. And so my experience in life, and again, I have done exceptionally well and I have done exceptionally bad. Failure is something that you just have to begin to understand. You will fail. But as I wrote here, failure is the exercise of your faith. And and unfortunately, religion has hijacked this force of faith. It's real, it's tangible. You can see it in action. I mean, it's quite interesting when you look at this past election cycle and you had on display exactly the two dynamics we're talking about here. So to understand that you're going to fail, but that does not in any way come between you manifesting whatever it is you're wanting to manifest. Now, although we never saw it as that way, as I look back now, many of these great thinkers, Alan Watts, Brian Tracy, Norman Vincent Peale, all these great thinkers, I'm convinced now, and I believe that you could easily argue many of them had something that the rest of us wanted, the vast majority of humanity rejects, but that segment wants it. We never understood. They actually had opened their third eye. Boy, here I am. I've seen that we're having little issue. I saw myself go small, then big. And finally, it is just that, operating with understanding of opening that third eye. And as I look here, boy, I tell you, I love that. So let's just do that, and then we'll do that. Ta-da! So it's kind of like this. I mean, we're a manifesting group. We're learning. We readily admit we don't know everything. Most of what we do know is from experience. Sometimes the experience, is interpreted a different way. Sometimes it's not. When I finally get to the place where I finally had to admit to myself, I am perfectly imperfect. And that's a sweet place to be. It gives each of us reason for existence. It should give all of us hope that it never stops. Although we will physically be in another form and in another realm, which will still be interactive in this realm, it never stops. We may get a short vacation, but I can assure you, each and every one of us, it never stops. Never. And we don't want it to. But we want to be able to master that which we have been disallowed. They certainly don't teach this in public school, which they should. It's a shame that you've now got nearly 22% of seniors now who are illiterate. That's a handicap through life that doesn't need, but you know what? If they had spiritual enlightenment, not of any religion, but just understanding who they are as a being, wow. So I pulled together a number of different versions of how to activate your third eye. And I thought, well, this is pretty cool. So some are complicated, and most that I picked here are not. So this is, in fact, I was really getting it. I really like how this guy brings it out. So this is Opening Your Third Eye in 7 Days, the only step-by-step, easy-to-follow third eye opening guide by Victor Otto. I think. And this is real quick. We got a lot to cover here, so I hope you're going to have fun. Those of us who say, yeah, probably we believe that many of our third eyes are opening, but maybe we can examine and see how we can make sure that they are opened. It says the purpose of this e-manual, that's what it is to help you open your third eye quickly and easily. The author here said, I opened my third eye about 10 years ago, but it was neither quick nor easy. Now, I believe many of us have had our third eye open for a very long time. Just me. I read through several books, experimented with many different meditations with varying degrees of effectiveness, and made countless mistakes. Opening my third eye took me months to accomplish and a whole lot of frustration. In retrospect, I see now how I could have dramatically sped up the process by doing the right things from the start and avoiding the newbie mistakes. The whole premise of this guide is to save you time and energy so you can blast open that third eye of yours fast. In keeping with the theme of brevity, let's get right into it. The way this will work. This short ebook will explain all of the different strategies, which are equally important to help you get sufficient understanding so you can execute the techniques correctly. Then in Chapter 8, I lay out a simplified plan schedule for you to follow over the next 7 days. So let's get started. 1, read through the ebook. It shouldn't take more than 15 minutes. Read over the plan in Chapter 8. Get to work. Here, the table of contents, the power of the third eye, how to use positive affirmation, how to avoid the three most common beginner mistakes. Another equally powerful third eye specific meditation, how to remove third eye blockages, the final push, raising the Kundalini, how to ground yourself and why it's important. 8, the plan, signs of success, the next step. Says the powerful third eye specific meditation. This program will use 2 different third eye specific meditations. In this chapter, I will briefly describe the first one and then provide a how-to video as well. You're going to love this meditation. You may notice the vibrations and energy in and around your third eye even after your first session. This popular meditation will do 2 things. 1, send vibrations of sound to your third eye region. 2, streamline your focus awareness into your third eye region. The combination of your focused intention paired with the sound vibrations is powerful and noticeably effective. Chapter 2, positive affirmations for opening your third eye. Here we are going to use a simple positive affirmation to program your subconscious mind to align with the goal of opening your third eye. This technique will only take a couple of minutes each day and will help you speed up the process considerably. Saying the following statement 10 times in the morning and evening. My third eye is wide open and functioning perfectly. Again, my third eye is wide open and functioning perfectly. Positive affirmation directions. 1, say the statement out loud. Say it in front of a mirror. Looking deep into your eyes, speak with conviction 10 times every morning when you wake and 10 times every evening before bed. Perhaps you notice that the affirmation statement is in the present tense. Obviously, if you are doing this program, your third eye hasn't yet opened up, and by affirming that it has, your mind might raise some doubts. There comes those little faith killers. Do you really believe that this works? This is nonsense. No rational person would spend time. You see that? Yeah, all around. Expect that. It's normal. If you notice doubtful feelings and thoughts while you recite these, it's best to simply ignore them. And we've already got enough advanced training on this. You know, the runaway thoughts you put into that closet. You know, there is an initial battle that takes place between your current perspective, my third eye is not yet open, and the affirmation which states otherwise, that my third eye is open, wide open, and functioning perfectly. However, the combination of your insistent repetition and the success you begin to see from all the other techniques contained in the program will soon drown out the fleeting pessimism that arises in the beginning. And it's a known neurological fact that by positive affirmation, doing it within, in particularly like a 28-day cycle, you actually start laying down new neural synaptic pathways. And as you continue to feed that, those synaptic pathways become stronger, broader, and much more proliferated. Just follow the simple protocol, regardless of your fluctuating mental and emotional reactions, and the affirmations will do what it's supposed to do. Avoid the 3 most common mistakes. There were 3 costly mistakes that I made on my own third eye opening pursuit. These mistakes caused me much frustration and wasted a lot of time. Fortunately, they are easily avoidable with a little foresight that I will now give you. 1, don't get too excited. You will soon discover that producing third eye phenomenon isn't rocket science, and the simple application of some of these techniques will yield easy, early results. What happened to me is the moment I would notice the exciting third eye phenomena occurring, I would get super excited. But the moment I became excited, the phenomenon would stop. It's like the first time you do spell casting and you see it working. Yeah, you go, well, no shit, it actually worked. Yeah. It's like you say, then you always have that doubt and reserve, it's like, possibly an escape route. Well, I didn't think it would work anyway. But it does. You actually have one. I've told you the time where the guys that back, I was just barely turned 16, that they were going to kill me, but there was something right here that they saw. I didn't see it. They saw it. Scared the crap out of them. I know that. Spared me my life. I know that. All right. So don't get that. Wow. Just go, okay, that's normal. Later, you can go, holy crap. Um, I went back and forth with this for quite a while until I realized that I had to ignore the results. So when you start noticing lights, images, and any other sensations or phenomenon, refrain from getting overly happy about it and simply ignore it. Don't let your focus drift from the meditation to the effects of it. Stay neutral no matter what, and you will notice the lights become brighter, the images become clear, and you will advance your ability to perceive through your third eye very quickly. Two, wanting it too badly. Like many things in life, accomplishing the goal of opening your third eye is a bit of a paradox. On one hand, I'm telling you to focus your intent, recite affirmations, and put a lot of energy into opening your third eye. However, you can't be like a giddy little kid, anxious for the arrival of Christmas morning. You have to embody a very relaxed, nonchalant attitude when performing these meditations. Don't let yourself obsess about it because that will block the results. I experienced this interesting situation as a personal trainer. Some clients would become overly committed. They would constantly stress about doing every little thing perfectly with a very desperate energy. And ironically, they would somehow not get very good results. And that is a conundrum. I mean, we've all been there. In one way, you have to have some of it in order to continue to manifest and feed it. You know, where goals are, I mean, you had to learn what visualization is. And as have discovered, visualization is in fact a process of opening that third eye. Um, write the vision down, and though it tarry, it shall come to pass. But at the same time, I can get it as well because we can become zealots, and that is always fraught with challenges. On paper, their adherence to my program would be flawless, not a stone left unturned. But because of their neurotic and obsessive attitude, ironically, they would somehow completely block themselves from experiencing progress. Don't be that person. Stay cool like Fonzie. Little American nomenclature applied there. Um, Happy days, you know. Three, focusing on your third eye after meditation. After a time or two performing these meditations, you'll discover how easy it is to send energy into your third eye region. While this, of course, is a good thing, like anything in life, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. Yeah, I learned that a long time ago. That's the thing about I can always say, folks, if many of you who are struggling, there's so many that coming in now and welcome, um, that, I say that they're continuing their spiritual journey, that you get hung up on, well, sin and all the rest of that. But understand there is no sin. All things are permissible, not everything is profitable. And if you know who wrote that, put it in the chat room or the comments. Give you a gold star. When I was doing this process, I would do just that. I'd focus my third eye all freaking day. This resulted in an overabundance of pressure to pull my forehead, which caused unwanted symptoms. I felt overly heady and in the clouds, spacey. Yeah, I can make a comment there, but I'll just continue to move on. So once you are done with your meditations for the day, move on and forget about them. If you do happen to notice this energy sticking around in your third eye, which is to be expected to some degree, simply ground yourself with any of the following options: eating a big meal, going for a walk, or other physical exercise or activity. I like that. Not just a meal, eating a big one. But then you're going to have to go for the walk. Uh, Chapter 4, Equally Powerful Third Eye Specific Meditation. This next meditation is just as powerful as the first, but in totally different way. It works synergistically with one and the other. With the other one. The meditation from chapter 1 had the primary focus of streamlining your intention and sending energy towards your third eye. This new meditation is going to help you relax the third eye area so that the energy you have sent can do what it's supposed to do. Oftentimes, people send loads of energy towards their third eye, but because they are overly tense, they prevent it from opening. That's where the following meditation comes in. Due to the ridiculously toxic world we live in, what could easily be normally functioning third eye lies dormant for the most part. Even when the gathering of energy and focus in the third eye area, it is sometimes not sufficient to fire it back up. To ensure success, it's wise to take measures to detoxify, or as many say, decalcify the biological aspect of your third eye, the pineal gland. Fortunately, this is a pretty easy process to accomplish. Your body is always looking for opportunity to heal, detox, and balance itself. So, by simply avoiding certain pineal toxins, you will get yourself most of it out. You get most of it out of the way. The pineal toxins to stop ingesting: fluoride. And, I hope all of you are not using any type of fluoride. I hope you do not drink city water, because the idiocy of the United States is that we put a carcinogen, a highly toxic substance, and we say, well, that's good for the teeth. In the meantime, they know exactly, hello, Dr. Strangelove. I love that scene with the Colonel. He knew. Fluoride, anything with fluoride in it should be avoided. The biggest culprit is toothpaste. Most toothpaste contains fluoride. Get yourself, in this case, Tom's fluoride. There's a number of them out there, and you will be good to go. And it's remarkable how you begin. I stopped using fluoride toothpaste, I don't know, about 5 years ago. And yeah, chlorine. This chemical is found in most tap water. I recommend investing in a good water filter that specifically states that it removes heavy metals, or simply drink filtered water. The fact, we don't drink the local water, never have. What I personally do is fill up a couple 5-gallon jugs with filtered water from my local grocery store, and I pay only 25 cents per gallon, okay? Artificial sweeteners, Splenda and aspartame. P.S. Splenda is often labeled sucralose and is found in a lot of items, including gum, food, drinks, etc. So be diligent about monitoring the labels of anything you consume. A better zero-calorie sweetener is stevia, because it is naturally occurring, and you can grow it, by the way. We do. Have for years. But I think many people know this, but now that you have this, it's a good thing to keep in. General dietary recommendations. Anytime you're trying to hone in on your psychic skills, it's best to eat a healthy diet in general. It's not imperative that you get extremely pure with your diet, but following those general guidelines will make your efforts much more fruitful. Avoid junk food, obviously, sweets, processed foods, soda. That's the problem with in America is that it's our very food that is doing so much harm. Yeah. If you grew up on a farm as a kid, you really had much more better. And it's amazing, you know, the length of time you've ever it had, like in our case, we actually had, the chickens, the cows, and worked the garden all the time. But we didn't drink soda. We didn't have sweets. Um, ate a lot of vegetables. Who would have thought that it'd have benefits later on? All right, plenty of fruits and vegetables, higher vibration foods. Don't overeat. Eat foods that make you feel good, energized, and clear. Avoid foods that make you feel foggy and sluggish. Get some exercise. Find a way to break a sweat 2 to 3 times a week. The Pinal Detox Supplements. I will provide you with my 5 favorite supplements that will help you declassify your pineal gland. Favorite meaning. I have personally had success with them, and the top 3 specifically were tested on a group of over 1,000 participants, and a great many of them emailed me to let me know that they too saw noticeably results from taking them. Supplements for detoxing your pineal gland, skate liver oil, shilajit, raw, is that cocoa? Green algae, wheatgrass. If you are interested in learning more about these top 3 supplements, you can check out the blog. A simple approach. Avoid all of the third eye toxins mentioned above. Eat a healthy and clean diet. Exercise 2 to 3 times a week. Pick one supplement listed above and take as directed. I would personally go with the skate liver oil or the shilajit. The final push, raising the Kundalini. This section is going to help you seal the deal. I'm going to provide you with an exercise that will stimulate a certain type of energy known as the Kundalini. This energy amplify the effectiveness of all the other aspects of this program. Everyone already possesses this energy, but most people's Kundalini is not active. I'm going to walk you through a few simple Kundalini yoga poses that will stimulate this energy in your body. The Kundalini will help like this. Imagine your third eye is being blocked by a massive door. All of your forced intent of affirmations and meditations have so far been acting like 3 strong men pushing on that door. The door is certainly budging, but still not quite swinging open like you would like to see. Kundalini is akin to those 3 guys getting their hands on one of these huge battering rams. Now, there's a picture you can keep in focus. Yeah, I kind of like that. 'Cause I'm a type of a visual guy, It's like, yeah, okay. Now they're blasting at the door. Splinters are flying everywhere, and the hinges are now bending. Only a few more blasts, and boom, success. Kundalini is going to take everything you have been doing to a whole other level by giving you the extra push needed. This short routine will help you secrete a small amount of this potent energy so that you can make sure that door swings open with success. Within a few sessions, you will realize that all of this stuff works. So much so that if you were to go off into your daily activities immediately after performing this routine, you may feel spacey, cloudy, ungrounded, similar to when you get woken up abruptly from a deep sleep. When this happens, we tend to feel a bit out of sorts all day. Fortunately, this is easily avoidable, and this chapter will teach you exactly how to prevent this. I'm going to take you through a few simple exercises that will pull all of that energy out of your head and redistribute it evenly throughout your body. And we get to the plan. Now we will put all the pieces together. This chapter will provide you with a step-by-step game plan to follow over the next 7 days. I want you to set this program apart from the half dozen so books I read through, which all basically consist of lengthy explanations, historical references, and far more techniques than I actually needed. It was, as they say, paralysis by analysis. I wasn't interested in taking the time to master 17 meditations. I only wanted one or two that actually worked. The entire time, I was slowly focused on the end result. I wanted my third eye open, period. So, for you, it will be nice and simple. Following this plan exactly for the next 7 days, and you will open your third eye. You need no further information. It's time for action. So, affirmations, number one, recite it. My third eye is wide open, functioning perfectly. Doing this 10 times, morning and evening, looking into the mirror. Two, the third eye daily routine. Note you must be, so he has the warm up, and I actually have a book that will do that. The diet, lifestyle, what you consume, many of these things we're already doing. And there you go. So there is yet signs of success. Signs your third eye is opening, pressure in your forehead, tingling in your third eye area. You see colors, lights when you look into your third eye area with your eyes closed, mostly during meditation. You feel a sense of spaciousness near your third eye. You feel more intuitive, the perception of movement in your third eye area. When you close your eyes, you see geometric objects seeming to float towards you when looking into your third eye. While looking into your third eye, it seems as if you're traveling through a tunnel, though this is not to be taken literally. It is more of a subtle visual experience. P.S. Most people will not feel or experience all of these, at least not at once, but you will feel some of them if you're doing this correctly. So, there is more to this. Now, here is one I thought was interesting. Techniques for opening the third eye. This one is by, I think that is Yoga. Again, a different approach, much more of an Eastern approach. The present booklet that this is, the Shiva Yoga, technique for opening the third eye is a concise, precise, and authentic interpretation of the Prajna Yoga, Anamisha Yoga, I think that's the Fayusha Yoga, and the Shiva Yoga. In the following 5 chapters, His Holiness, I'm not going to even attempt to say his name, rather not say it, and know that I didn't screw it up in pronunciating. On the basis of his profound experience, sound knowledge, and deep concentration, has not only dealt with the history, practice, and philosophy of the Shiva Yoga, but has also proved that the Shiva Yoga is strictly in accordance with the principles of electricity, light, and magnetism. It is not a matter of devotional practice only, but its results are entirely scientific, logical, and universal. According to the views of the Shari Swami, Shiva Yoga existed as a discipline for self-culture in the Paleolithic age. The people worshipped Mother Goddess, the energy quantum, and a male deity, Shiva. The seals, images, carvings, and other signs discovered during the excavation of the Mohenjo-Daro and the Harappa indicate that the learned menace who led an ascetic life and dwelt in caves practice this type of yoga. Now, I want to get into others, but and if you want any of these, just let me know. Be more than happy to send them to you. And this one, as you can see, is a much more different approach. And who knows, we might go through it much more thoroughly if there is a demand for that. But it gets into the history, which lends to the credibility and the validity of the practice. And again, not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I'm going to go much deeper on this one over the weekend. And if I find something in the pieces that I can pull out, I will do that. This is another paper written by Rahul G. Awaken Your Third Eye. Please read all of the following. It says, if you wish to perform this exercise, you need to understand what you will be doing. It is important to follow the instructions as this is somewhat advanced. The third eye is directly related to the sixth chakra, the psychic chakra, located in the middle of the forehead above the brows. It is closely associated with the pineal gland. The pineal gland is dormant in most people, as is the true third eye. French philosopher René Descartes believed the pineal gland to be the seat of the soul, where mind and body met. In the average person, the pineal gland is atrophied, calcified, and dormant. The following exercises will change that. Please read this thoroughly, as much of the exercises I write are very advanced and can cause problems if one does not do them correctly. The pineal gland is like a pea in size, like a shriveled raisin in most people where it remains dormant. Opening the pineal gland, the third eye. This is done with a specific tone and chant. You only need to do this exercise for 3 days afterwards. It is permanent. The mantra to be used is Thoth, pronounced as To. There you go. It must be within the correct vibration. To. Not deep, not high-pitched in between like the alto range. You will feel it when you hit the correct tone. So play around and don't second guess yourself. When you think you've got it, you probably do. So toe, toe, toe. Sit with your back straight. Breathe in through your nose and hold your breath as long as is comfortable. Open your jaws so there is a small space between the top and bottom teeth. Place the tip of your tongue between the space of your slightly parted teeth. Put a very light pressure onto the tongue with your teeth. This is like the same process of saying the t part of the English word the. Once your tongue is in position, release your breath slowly through your mouth, saying toe in one long exhale. Say the word one time per exhale. Your tongue will be vibrating between your teeth. You should feel the air moving past your tongue and teeth. If this technique is done properly, you will find a pressure or sensation in your jaw and cheeks. The tone will also vibrate in your third eye. It may take a few seconds to adjust this. Don't worry. Keep on going. Do the above 5 times in a row. It is very important the above exercise be done for 3 consecutive days, 24 hours apart. then it is a done deal. What you can expect. One of the first experiences is a headache or pressure in the center of the forehead. This sensation may also feel like it is originating from within, usually an inch or more beneath the surface of the forehead. This is, when I'm reading this, I swear I'm feeling the pressure right freaking there. Um, just a coincidence, I'm sure. This is a positive indication the pineal gland is awakening and beginning to function in a healthy manner. Some people can experience a migraine lasting several hours. So, to be safe, it is recommended that you try this in the evening when you do not have to work or drive. The severity of the side effects will depend on how atrophied, calcified your pineal gland is to begin with. After the occurrence of headaches or pressure in the forehead, you may wake up one morning with a throbbing or tingling sensation in your forehead. It may feel like goosebumps. The feeling may be very intense, like something is there. The sensation of pulsing or throbbing will continue throughout the day, and you may hear sounds coming from within your head, such as a light popping or crackling sensation. These are the final physiological events you may experience after opening your third eye. It indicates your pineal gland is awakened, functioning, and alive. The psychic effects. You may experience any or all of these in varying degrees. Faster, easier learning and retention. Marked increase in intuition. Increase creativity. Psychic gifts develop and become markedly stronger, along with more developed ability to see or sense human auras. Clairvoyance, psychic vision opens up. Clairaudience, psychic hearing opens up. Clairsentience, psychic feelings and touchings open up. This is a very powerful exercise, and as with all powerful practices, your body may go through discomfort in order to adapt. He says that the editor's note, I have taken considerable steps over the past few years to awaken and decalcify my pineal gland, and as such, I experienced no side effects other than an intense but not uncomfortable feeling of pressure in my forehead and third eye that was just shy of a headache. So not everyone will experience side effects. Awakening. In order for this to work properly, you must have already performed the Awakening 1 and Exercise 1. I include this above for those who are new. It is very important to wait for 10 to 14 days following Awakening 1 before you go on to Awakening 2. Otherwise, the exercises won't be effective. Your body needs time to adapt and to get the energy flow going. This exercise is completely euphoric and intensely pleasurable. Unlike Awakening 1, this should be done once a week, and given the blissful effects that are lasting when done correctly, most people will enjoy doing so. Breathe in deeply, hold your breath for a count of 5. Repeat this 3 times. This helps you to be relaxed and focused. Now focus all of your attention upon your third eye. You should begin to feel a sensation similar to the effects of the Awakening 1 exercise, a slight pressure or awareness of the spot of your third eye. Now take a deep breath as you did for the Awakening 1 exercise. Hold it for as long as comfortable. Do not push this. Release your breath, vibrating the word may. This is pronounced like the English language word for the month of May. I like that. May. One of the things I was taught, with the infilling of the Holy Spirit, that how you knew it was of the Spirit was that you had spirit words. These were words that were not guttural. These were words that came from the chakra of the heart. And played out right here as well. May. It's very not guttural, it's just may. It should all come out at one time. May, gradually and slowly. It is okay to adjust your pitch. The tone should be alto. Breathe in again. Repeat this 5 times. You need to hit a certain pitch. You will know when you do, for you will feel this in your head. Do the best you can. Now, this is very important. When vibrating the word may, 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 feel the energy going into your head. First into your third eye area, then into the middle of your brain, and then to the top of your head where your crown chakra is located. Remember, concentrate on your forehead, the third eye area, then the middle of your brain, and finally the top of your head. This is done for the duration of each chant. Breathe in, begin to exhale, vibrating may. Concentrate on your third eye. Concentrate in the middle of your brain. Concentrate on the top of your head and finish exhaling the vibration. Repeat 4 more times. The effect of this exercise are extremely pleasurable. A feeling of lightness can occur immediately following the exercise. Some people may feel energy or tingling inside their heads or completely covering their heads. A slight pressure in the crown area and intense euphoria is also common. The blissful state can occur for hours and even days. This will eventually become permanent and will greatly assist in void meditation, clairvoyance, and the develop of other psychic and paranormal senses. Well, talk about timing. Now, there are 2 others that have this is another one, Opening of the Third Eye by Dr. Douglas Baker. Another one that we will peruse. And if you want more on this, let me know. And then finally, the third eye awakening for beginners and 5 easy steps, activate and decalcify your pineal gland. So there you go. I don't know about you, but I have a little bit of that euphoric feeling now. It's just the vibration. Are you feeling the vibe, man? I am. I love it. I love it. And I think we will continue to do this on Monday. I think this will be kind of cool. Maybe if everyone will just kind of prepare, maybe we can actually kind of get into it, you know? So how's everyone in the chat room? Hello there. Nina says check out her show this weekend. Absolutely. I know Robert V has that. Grace says good vibrations. Yeah. Gotta have vibrations. Yeah. I guess that's why some of us like the music we do. It gives us good vibrations. So Ken says, let's smoke a joint. Yeah, I can get that contact high going on. But it would be quite interesting with a group that we pretty much know that everybody's third eye is open. I mean, who knows how many of us in a way already know that they're open, but could you imagine again, we actually do these exercises. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll print them out. I'll get them put together and then, or you can actually just email me and I'll send you the documents. Okay. I'm cold, Wayne. When you get older, you get colder. Isn't that what blood, sweat, and tears says? And when I die, says I heard that it's cold down there. Make sure you bundle me up. I don't know. Um, as my wife says, I'm just like this oven, you know. Get close to me and you're gonna get hot. Deborah, yeah, I think so too. I think it would be kind of really cool. Maybe we just do these Kind of like when I do the favor invocation. Maybe we just, you know, do for a set period of time, you know, repeat them. I mean, couldn't hurt. Be very interesting. And that's the idea is that we're explorers, we're always exploring ideas. I love this group because we try to get into a sense of deeper community and really expanding our psychic and spiritual powers um, and I think this will help us as well when the expedition gets back up. Yeah, I think it will. Wayne is an eight. The dude's hot, man. The dude's hot. What can I say? Uh, yeah, that's what I thought, Guy. And it wouldn't take that long. It'd only be like a couple of minutes, right? At the beginning. I mean, I don't know. I think it would be kind of cool. No one else is doing that. And so if we did it on a much larger plane, wow. So the first time we would do 10 times a day, right? I'll get into it. And which one did you find more adaptable? Was it the first or was it the second? Let me know. I kind of really dug the second one. I don't know about you. It resonated more with me, but um, I don't think there's any reason why we couldn't use a combination of the two. I mean, why not? I mean, so many of us I know on the diet, we're already there. And we are a group of psychics. There is no doubt about it. That's what I love about this group. Mary wins the second one. Yeah, I just kind of feeling that, but hey, yeah, get the feedback. Lost in space, right back at you, brother. Um, Derek says, be careful. We're always careful. Hey, Joe Mac, how you doing? We're always comfortable. Careful. Stephanie Marie, much love to you, darling. Much prosperity to you as well. All right, everybody. Have yourselves a great weekend. And again, I'll look into the chat and if you are listening to this afterwards, or even if you're listening to the chat, tell me which one you like. It seems to be the second one. Yeah. Hey, Seizu Q, what's up, darling? Yeah. I'm loving this. It's purpose. It's a purpose-driven life, years ago. And happy third Friday the 13th, right back at you. Grace says, love this. Thank you so much. Our environment makes huge difference. I think it does. It's this little oasis. We don't want a whole lot of Gaia says too, okay, yep, Kent. All right. So that's what we'll do. We'll go on too. I mean, it's a small oasis. I mean, yeah, it's 47,000. Thank you, everybody. Someone wrote and said you should have been much higher than that. Listen, it's not for the large of the masses. It's quality people that, subscribe. And so I thank you all for sure. And what a group. What a group. It's far out, man. That's all I got to say. It's far out. Reminds me of Arlo Guthrie at Woodstock. Far out, man. It's like, yeah. All right, everybody. Jackie, right back at you, darling. Okay, Lauren, I got that. Yeah, that's cool. And I'm just telling you, I'm getting this thing. It's like I can see it. I mean, this is something. It's amazing how it comes when it does, isn't it? Oh, I've gone over, but what the heck, anyway. Isn't that interesting, Loretta? Yeah. Lady Ellie, so much love to you, darling. Yeah, isn't that the purpose-driven life? Yeah, yeah, true. Um, hmm And as Ken says, I'm gonna check that out over the weekend. Serenity. I'm gonna check that out. I hadn't had it. All right. Well, thank you, Lauren. You have a beautiful weekend. It's wintertime up here. Yeah. Gotta love it. Yeah. Sweated it out in the summertime. I'm digging, although it always amazes me how when the cold wind blows from the north or northwest, how it just, you bend that head down, isn't that? Yeah. All right. Much love, everyone. Until we see each other. Thank you, Mary. Wayne wins. I'm a winner because of y'all. I mean, how can you not? This is like hitting the lottery. I mean, I look at all of you and the names that just warmth and just uh energy of joy. That's all I can say. All right, as the shirt says, I'm prosperous, so are you. And if everyone is in agreement, we'll start picking this up. Probably won't do it Monday because I'm out on Tuesday, but I should be back on Wednesday. Maybe a little sore, but you know, might be kind of cool, really, when you think about it. Yeah. Uh, okay. All right, you're beautiful people. Thank you again. We'll be meeting up real shortly.